the first non-negotiable category is barrier lipids. We're talking about ceramides, fatty acids, cholesterol.
NAD is your energy or repair currency. So it's essential for mitochondrial function, collagen synthesis, and really any repair process you can imagine.
If you're trying to have your skin acting younger, you need ingredients that support cellular energy.
Okay, welcome to Biohacking Beauty podcast. My name is Amitai.
And I'm Anastasia Khojaeva.
And we are the co-founders of Goose Skincare and obviously the co-hosts of this podcast, the world's premier beauty podcast, where we take longevity science and apply it to everyday skin health applications.
I thought you were saying that this is a premiere of our podcast, like it's our very first episode.
But you say, like the top podcast, you say the premier podcast, right? No?
I don't know.
I guess.
Apparently.
Well, if
two
it's
immigrants
not,
here trying to figure out
Listen to me.
how you say things.
If it's not, then we've now just coined the term, I guess.
Yeah.
However, today we are going to
Winter is coming.
Winter's coming.
Yeah.
To quote Jon Snow or someone. But today we're going to actually talk about winter survival guide as far as the skin is concerned.
For your skin, yeah. So winter creates a unique environment for your skin because humidity drops, temperatures fluctuate, and your barrier is under more stress than in any other season. Yeah. And so these seasonal changes show up as dryness, tightness, dullness, redness, and slower healing of the skin.
And in general, it's just a faster rate of aging. It could be.
Yeah. I mean, definitely that's the conditions. So winter is also a strategic opportunity to build resilience, strengthen the barrier, and support deeper cellular renewal. So today's episode breaks down the three things, which are how winter affects the skin, the ingredients that matter most in the winter, and the seasonal habits that you can employ to help your skin stay healthy.
Yeah, before we dive into today's episode, we want to read a super cool review. And as a reminder, we pick a review every week to read, and whichever review is read, we send them a free product. So if this review, if it's your review, please send us an email at service@younggoose.com and we will get you your free product.
Yeah. Should I read the review?
Read the review by Nick123.
Nick123 says, "Love this pod. I just recently found this podcast and have been binging episodes. My husband bought me the Goose hyperbaric mask a while back from his peptide doctor, and holy cow, I've never seen such amazing results from a product. So excited to continue to learn more about how to biohack my skin." So thank you so much. I'm glad you're loving your hyperbaric mask, and we'll send you another product to try. Please contact us either by email at service@younggoose.com or DM us on Instagram.
Yeah. Okay, so let's begin by looking at what actually happens to your skin in winter and why these changes call for a different approach.
Mm-hmm. Let's do that.
Yeah, so
let's dive in.
Let's dive in. Winter skin isn't just about feeling dry or flaky. There are real biological changes happening under the surface that can change how your skin functions.
Totally. The biggest thing we see and that people really feel is that the skin started to lose water a lot faster. This is actually also a metric in a lot of skincare studies, and it's called transepidermal water loss, or you can see it in scientific literature as TEWL. So in winter, this transepidermal water loss really skyrockets because the air is cold and dry, and the indoor heating just like sucks the moisture out of the skin even more.
Yeah, and that creates I think, like the perfect storm. Your skin's natural moisture barrier gets disrupted, which means the surface can't hold on to hydration, and the deeper layers start to struggle with repair. That's why people start noticing dullness, fine lines, redness, even sensitivity to products they usually tolerate.
Yeah. No. I mean, winter is really, really challenging for the skin. I feel like most people kind of feel like they're looking more wrinkly
Yeah.
and their skin is like more dry and itchy. And it's not just the air. It's also how the skin ages, especially between ages 30 to 60. So as we get older, the skin naturally produces fewer lipids and fewer what's called natural moisturizing factors. So these are type of like structures and molecules that they act as little sponges inside your skin and they help it to hold onto water. So imagine you have less and less of them.
Yeah.
And then,
Yes. So in your 30s and 40s, maybe you just feel like maybe a little drier. But in your 50s, 60s, and beyond, that dryness can tip into barrier breakdown, which means your skin becomes more fragile and actually also increases skin inflammation or inflammaging. And the tricky thing is winter accelerates that whole process.
Yeah. And, I'm going to say a pretty standard thing right now, but it's worth it's worth reminding people the UV damage is still happening in the winter. And that's something people often forget or deliberately kind of remove from their skincare routine. They're like, oh, I can stop applying my sunscreen. And the UVA rays, which we recorded a podcast about UV damage, and we talked that you can remember that UVB, it's burning rays. These are the ones that you can actually feel on your skin. Whereas UVA, they're like aging rays. You actually don't feel them. And they get through the door. They get through the window, through the glass. Through the window.
Through the door.
Anyway, get
through your skin barrier.
Through the clouds.
Dermatological reboot.
So those rays really contribute to skin aging, and you can attribute skin aging to them, and they're as ever strong in the winter. Like there is no difference in the strength. Moreover, if you live somewhere with the snow, something that people don't realize a lot of the time is that the snow can reflect up to 80% of this UV right back to your face. So you may be wearing like a hat and then you don't understand that the snow kind of reflects it to your face. So you can be even more, and people that are doing winter sports, they actually are the ones that using the sunscreen because they know you put the ski mask, you go skiing, you come back home, you have red burnt skin in the areas that it wasn't covered by the hat or the scarf. So, but it doesn't happen only on the tip of the mountain. Like if it's winter, guys, just as ever important to still use your sunscreen.
You know, one of the native peoples that invented sunglasses first were whatever politically correct way is to say Native American of the Arctic Circle in Canada.
Oh wow!
Because,
like
I think they're called Inuit. Or I mean whatever. First people, whatever,
and they invented sunglasses.
Yeah.
What did they make them of?
Out of these seals that have the tusks of what's it called? Wow.
Oh yeah.
As you can see, I can talk about skin, but not animals.
Wait. That's on the tip of my
sea
tongue.
lions?
No. I know it in Russian, but I can't.
Walrus. Shout out to Jackson.
Thank you.
As
Thank
usual.
you.
Yeah, walrus ivory. Yep.
Wow.
I think that's what.
You're like ChatGPT. You just started inventing stuff over there.
Dr. Edward something. No, but I think it's out of ivory. Now I'm second guessing myself, but I saw those glasses. They're really cool. They look like just like a square with little slits. So just a minimal amount of light.
I'm interested in where did you consume this information?
What do you mean?
Instagram?
Probably like, I don't know, probably YouTube or something. No, I saw
Okay.
someone, you know.
No, it's
Anyway,
cool. It's cool
yeah.
that this is your algorithm.
Yeah. Anyway,
Okay.
yes.
Back to UV exposure.
So yeah, if especially if you're like skiing, driving, or just really, walking outside
Mm-hmm.
in the winter, this is something to consider.
Yeah.
UV, UV exposure doesn't just pause because it's cold. And in winter, most people stop using sunscreen, which is one of the worst seasonal habits for aging skin, especially because UVA breaks down collagen, it disrupts elastin fibers,
Mm-hmm.
and mature skin already has less of it
Yeah.
regardless.
We also can't ignore the internal part.
Yeah.
So winter usually means less movement. When we think about winter, where everybody becomes like homebodies, so more sugar, you kind of like start allowing yourself more sugary snacks, and you have like munchies just because it's cold and you want to be warm and fuzzy.
Yeah.
And then
Getting ready to hibernate.
yeah, you just like really getting ready to hibernate. Yeah. And then obviously less sunlight. And also in the winter, it's actually the time where people experience the worst sleep, which to me was counterintuitive because I feel like, oh, when it's cold and you like, you actually need colder temperatures in the room to fall into deeper sleep. But no, apparently we're not bears.
Apparently, we're not bears. This is the highlight of this podcast.
Yes.
You know, when you have in YouTube like the segments and they're like, this is about this is about that. This should be like the title. Apparently, we're not bears.
Yeah.
But also, yeah. So this is, it's a recipe for, a few things. I don't know if you want to go over them, but I'll start with
energy plus depletion for
what
sure.
about glycation?
Glycation, if you eat sugar, drink alcohol, which is also like the highlight, the spike of in winter, people drink more as well. So both alcohol and sugary snacks, foods gonna contribute to glycation. And so slower repair, more oxidative stress, which all of what we just mentioned shows up on your skin and you actually notice right away.
That's right. And I think a lot of people don't realize that if you're tired, low energy, not sleeping well, or not moving your body, your skin actually will reflect or it is feeling that is these signals travel to your skin. That's why people feel like they age, in air quotes, like faster during the winter because your metabolic resilience goes down. And so does your skin's ability to bounce back.
Yeah. So what we're saying here, like, let's not think it's like doomsday. The winter's already here. The important thing to realize, it's not just that, oh, my winter routine, I'm going to be using a softer cleanser and richer cream. And like, I'm just going to hope for the best. You just need to see the full picture. And there are other things that you can do besides like switching to heavier moisturizer that can help you have as radiant, as youthful, bouncy, plump skin as in the summer. Because in the summer, people usually love their skin more. But we are here to show you and to give you protocols to like shine through the winter as well.
Yeah. And this is time to shift your routine. And today, we're going to show you how to build a winter protocol that supports barrier repair, collagen production, keep elastin integrity, support mitochondrial energy, and inflammation control at the same time.
And this is why I love winter skin protocols. If you do it right, you're not just preventing winter damage, you're actually biohacking your skin to get younger through this season, through the winter season.
Yeah. All right. So let's get into the ingredients that matter most in winter and how to think about your skincare stack from a biological or biohacking perspective, not just a cosmetic one.
Yeah. And this is the part people underestimate because what's happening inside your body, your sleep, your stress levels, your movement, your diet, as we already mentioned, it all shows up on your skin.
So let's go through the most important winter habits that directly impact your skin health, starting with one most people skip: indoor humidity.
I love this one. And it's just like such an often overlooked thing that you can fix and everything looks better. So when the air is dry, your skin loses water faster, as we talked about it. That's also part of what transepidermal water loss again. So that transepidermal water loss increases dramatically in winter because of indoor heating, as we mentioned. So that's why we recommend running a humidifier in your bedroom. I have mine on the nightstand. You can put it in your living area to keep the humidity around 30 to 50%. And you'll see your skin will thank you.
Yeah, it's a real game changer, and I think we first discovered it when we
were setting up our nursery. Yeah, we live in Florida, so usually we have good humidity, but they were like, for baby, and also like we're first time parents, both in our like mid-30s, closer to 40, so we're like, let's do it all right. So, like humidifier on the list. But actually, we were gifted the
only baby Mozart. No,
but we were gifted the humidifier. Actually, when I was pregnant, we were at one of the conferences, and this lady was also pregnant, and they have this really nice humidifier that we got as a gift.
What you're saying is that if someone needs a humidifier and they want to take it on, they should get pregnant.
Yeah, it should have a big bump, and people will just give you humidifier once they see your bump.
That is true. You're going to get stuff. But it is a game changer. You wake up with less tightness, less redness, and better barrier repair overnight.
Yeah. And if you can combine that with shorter lukewarm showers, 5 to 10 minutes max, and apply your moisturizer while your skin is still damp, you lock that hydration in. Now, I'm somebody who all my life enjoyed long, hot showers. And it's really in my early 30s that I noticed that my skin actually is no longer loving it. I used to be fine. Like my skin would look the same before and after the shower. And now if I take a really long shower, like I have zero Botox or anything like that, I actually start to see the lines that I guess are like deep within my skin. So yeah, I had to make this adjustment. It's worth it.
Yeah, and timing matters. So within 3 minutes of getting out of the shower, that's the sweet spot for applying your skincare or specifically a moisturizer. Of course, there are things in your routine that might take precedence. Like if you use vampire exosomes, hey, you need it on dry skin. You want it, wait 2 to 10 minutes afterwards before you apply something else. So there are things that take precedence. But as a general rule, it's quite important to try to time at least like your initial products closer to when you got out of the shower.
But there are also like, for example, if somebody doesn't shower every day, twice a day, but they're doing their skincare twice a day, that's why mists exist and amplifying essence exists. Like there are other ways to bring the moisture. Yes, with vampire exosomes, you got to put it on dry skin. But if you're not using vampire exosomes twice a day, like something like U3 set or ladder, you can definitely layer over, droplets of water, whether that's from a mist or from your shower.
Okay, what's the next habit?
Okay, next habit, and please don't hate me, it's sleep. And I know the whole longevity field already can't hear. Anyone really cannot hear anymore about sleep. Like, yes, I know
People are losing sleep over it.
I know. Like, I know I need to fix my sleep. Can you please not tell me all my problems are because of my sleep? But yes, honestly, the longer you sleep, the better you sleep, the more repair and regeneration happen, and that's why it's also called beauty sleep.
But I think also consistency and basically timing your sleep to be consistent during the same times is also important, especially to derive the most out of your sleep. Like your body, I know, look, we're parents to a 2-year-old that decided sleep is not on the menu. So, take it from us. Sleep is really nice to have.
We don't remember what it is,
no,
but we hope you do.
But I can tell you what the science is. So during deep sleep, your body ramps up things like, collagen production, DNA repair, autophagy, lymphatic drainage from the brain. And when you don't sleep enough, even just one bad night your skin barrier weakens. Inflammation increases. And you literally look and your skin functions older the next day.
Yes, and we've seen studies showing poor sleepers have more wrinkles, slower healing, and more uneven skin tone. So in winter, with longer nights and less sunlight, it's great time to optimize your circadian rhythm and get back on a consistent sleep schedule. Hopefully, you don't have as many plans as you do during your summer,
Yeah.
and you can maybe prioritize getting sleep right. Thankfully, if you're not in our situation, if you don't have the toddler that doesn't give you an option to sleep well, there is help. Like there are so many things you can do these days to optimize your sleep.
Yeah, it could mean, again, I'm going to just focus on this because that's something I feel like is attainable. It means going to bed at the same time each night, cutting blue light in the evening, or even using red light instead of overhead lighting after sunset. Also, obviously, timing, if you're in a place where sunlight is an issue, there are what are called SAD lamps, seasonal affective disorder lamps, like 50 lux lamps that can help cue your vision to the fact that it's morning, so you can you turn them on in the morning.
Yeah.
Okay,
next. Let's talk about the next point. Next point is movement. So people move less in winter, and that's huge missed opportunity for your skin health.
Yeah, when you exercise, you increase blood flow to the skin, deliver more nutrients, more oxygen, and even stimulate collagen production. Resistance training, in particular, has been shown to improve skin structure in older subjects, in older adults.
Yes. And it helps maintain NAD+ levels, which decline faster in winter because of increased oxidative stress and decreased mitochondrial activity.
So this is where a structured exercise routine actually becomes a form of skincare. At least at least 150 minutes of aerobic activity per week, plus 2 to 3 sessions of resistance training is kind of the sweet spot as far as like research and what you should aim for if skin health is your number one concern.
Yeah, but really no downside to moving and getting movement your priority. Okay, last one, nutrition. So in winter, people eat more sugar, drink more alcohol, and eat fewer fresh fish, which is rich in omega-3, and other foods of that nature that are more associated with like summer.
Yeah, and that's a direct hit on your skin barrier. Why? Because omega-3 fatty acids have been shown to improve hydration, reduce inflammation, and support skin repair. If you're not eating fatty fish regularly, consider supplementing with a high-quality fish oil or, an alternative that's research is emerging about. So make your own decision, but something that we take is called fatty 15 or C15, which is a newer fatty acid.
Yeah. You actually recorded a podcast about it, so you guys can go to the either one of the 2 podcast episodes to learn more about it. But in general, we've been recording podcasts about supplements, so you can go back and see what other things we take. None of those episodes are sponsored, by the way. Zero payment, zero commission.
They're sponsored by us, Young Goose.
They're sponsored by our wallets because we buy all these supplements. So on the topic of supplements, make sure you get enough protein, vitamin C, and zinc. These are also crucial for collagen synthesis and antioxidant defense.
Yeah. So the lifestyle checklist is simple, but it is powerful, right? Like run a humidifier, take short lukewarm showers, moisturize or do your skincare routine right after, prioritize consistent sleep, move your body, eat skin supportive nutrients, and reduce sugar and alcohol.
Yes. And if you do that, your skincare products, especially the ones with NAD plus precursors, peptides, antioxidants,
Exosomes.
exosomes, they work way better because your whole system is aligned on the mission to repair and regenerate.
Yeah. And that's what winter biohacking is really about. It's not just topical, it's metabolic, it's mitochondrial, it's everything working together.
All right. So now that you know the why, the biology, the ingredients, the habits, we're going to show you how to put it all together into an actual winter routine that you can use straight, you know, straight through, I wanted to say, and starting tonight.
I just realized we had to stop the podcast. I just realized we didn't talk about the ingredients.
Okay. So let's talk
Yeah, let's
ingredients.
talk about the ingredients because we don't want to, we want to cover everything here.
Yes,
So, yeah.
yes. And then we set out to do that also.
Yeah.
So because if your skin needs shift in winter, your ingredient strategy should also shift.
Yes, and I think it's important to stay informed.
Yeah.
The key shift is this. In summer, you're protecting from oiliness, UV overload, and maybe accelerating cellular turnover. But in winter, it's about resilience and repair.
Yeah. So the first non-negotiable category is barrier lipids. We're talking about ceramides, fatty acids, cholesterol. These rebuild your stratum corneum, which is your skin's outer layer and your first line of defense.
And I want to say something here. This isn't just about making skin feel soft. A strong barrier is literally what prevents inflammation, redness, breakouts, and long-term aging. It plays at least a part in long-term aging. A damaged barrier lets everything in, what we call leaky skin, pollution, microbes, irritants, and basically, it also kind of lets all your hydration out.
Yeah, I mean, skin barrier is foundation of skin health.
Yeah.
And sometimes actually customers reach out to us when they have compromised skin barrier and they're like, should I be using this, that, or the other? And I always say, first, we got to rebuild your skin barrier. So in that case that I just described, and in general in the winter, the go-to product would be from Goose line would be the BioBarrier Serum. It's packed with biomimetic lipids that mimic your natural skin barrier. It also includes vitamin F, which is linoleic and linolenic acid. And those are crucial for barrier flexibility and repair, especially in dry and cold climates, anywhere where you have that indoor heating on. I just really like anyone that tried it throughout the winter, they always say like it saves them in those months.
And especially if you're someone who wakes up feeling tight or flaky, BioBarrier layered over your evening serum can make a huge difference in a matter of days.
Yeah. And even also like side note, for those of you that already use our vampire exosomes, we've mentioned it before that when the exosomes work, what happens a lot of it is cellular turnover, and that can innately kind of make your skin feel drier. So we always say that you have to dial in your hydration, and actually BioBarrier is a great option. Still make sure vampire exosomes fully absorbed, but BioBarrier layered kind of before used daily, it's really, really great because it doesn't have any potent actives except those lipids and vitamin F. So it's just pure, barrier protection and hydration.
Yeah, and antioxidants, but
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about hydration and humectants.
Yes. So humectants like hyaluronic acid, glycerin, panthenol, those are also very important.
Yeah, what we call pro vitamin B5 because it's turned into vitamin B5. Something about molecular weights of hyaluronic acid. It's true that potentially you want to mix molecular weights of hyaluronic acid because the smaller ones hydrate deeper and the bigger ones plump the surface. But actually the bigger one is more important because the smaller hyaluronic acid is not as impactful for hydration as other molecules that you might be using to kind of hold on to moisture in deeper levels. So really, I think the focus should be on higher molecular weights, even though a combination is good. For example, Viper Exosomes actually does that very well because it combines hyaluronic acid and beta glucan, and obviously exosomes. And that supports anything from hydration, healing, and barrier balance. And obviously, it also has some fermented features that help microbiome health. So this is a way more than just like, molecular weight. Like I just saw, maybe I'm like a little charged up here because I just saw a serum and the influencer is explaining that this is like the best serum because it has
I know.
5 different
I had that ad
molecular,
follow, like target me as well.
yeah, 5 different molecular weights, right?
I know.
That's a good story, but really hyaluronic acid shines as something that builds a good barrier and supports hydration around the barrier. And there are other ingredients that are doing a better job at a smaller molecular weight.
Yeah. We talked already about the previous podcast, but I think since we're talking about hyaluronic acid, it's a great supportive ingredient. It's a great team player. But if your product star ingredient is hyaluronic acid with multiple weights, it's just not going to do anything long term for you.
Yeah.
Now, beta glucan that you mentioned, it's actually one of my favorite winter ingredients. It calms the skin, it reduces microinflammation, and it strengthens the skin's stress response. So, especially in the winter, cold and dry air that I keep mentioning, but it's worth repeating, and it's a cool ingredient.
Yeah, it's a great upgrade from, again, just relying on hyaluronic acid, because hyaluronic acid alone can sometimes pull moisture, doesn't really pull moisture from deeper layers, but it creates a disbalance where you're going to have more. It doesn't pull moisture, but it's going to create a disbalance where you're going to have a higher moisture levels on the surface and lower moisture levels kind of deeper in. So this allows better balance. And especially if the air is too dry, which is why we always recommend, again, a humidifier in the bedroom or in a room that you spend a lot of time in during the winter.
Yeah. Okay. Now let's talk a little bit about longevity and cellular energy ingredients. So if you're trying to have your skin acting younger, you need ingredients that support cellular energy. The big one, of course, would be NAD+ precursors.
NAD, you could, again, like I'm trying to think of the least amount of words I can use to describe something that took us a bunch of podcasts to say, right? The NAD is your skin's energy currency or repair currency. So it's essential for anything from DNA repair to the kind of star discussion in longevity right now, which is mitochondrial function, collagen synthesis, and really any repair process you can imagine. And you could think of aging as the accumulation of unrepaired damage. So you could also think of aging as all the times or skin aging as all the times that your skin has had an issue and didn't have enough NAD to deal with it.
Yeah.
Right. Again, but the classic info here, it drops by the time you're 40 to 50, you have about half of what you started with.
And in winter, that drop gets even worse for the reasons we mentioned before.
Yeah.
When you have less movement, less sunlight, more oxidative stress. So we shared before, like natural ways to boost your NAD+. So just the winter habits tend to be the opposite.
To more podcasts.
But if you're wondering, how can I boost my NAD+ naturally? We did record podcasts on that.
That's why, for example, we created Youth Reset, Youth Daily, youth firming neck and chest, youth firming body cream.
Yeah.
These products are, or even
Eye cream.
blue peptide spray, eye
Mhm.
care. These products are specialists, are the North Star of delivering topical NAD building blocks, precursors, plus peptide, copper peptides, spermidine, unique forms of vitamin C, ergothioneine, a lot of longevity molecules. So you're not just moisturizing or putting a serum on, you're literally recharging the skin's cellular and repair engines.
Yeah. And that kind of like also compares to that what we were saying earlier. Sometimes the star ingredients and other products will be only letting you like kind of look more hydrated versus these ingredients that Amitai just mentioned. Although he was mentioning them with like, another ingredient and this one and this one. This is the stack that actually builds younger functioning skin. So which we're all about.
Yeah. And it also helps you or your skin to recover from winter stress faster, whether that's just from cold exposure, sun, or even you're a lot indoors, EMF, radiation, artificial blue light, or even aggressive treatments that a lot of people are doing during the winter. So people are going to do more, peels, lasers, microneedling, things like that. So these are ingredients that will also help you recover and prepare for those treatments.
Yeah. So the next point we actually wanted to discuss is sun protection, which I feel like we don't have to go too in depth. We can just say we always recommend daily SPF, especially one that also protects against blue light and pollution. So the BioShield SPF 40 is a go-to. It has 17% zinc oxide with actine, lipochromin 6, and botanical antioxidant complex.
Yeah. And obviously has a beautiful texture, no white cast, no greasy film. It actually improves skin barrier. So checks all the boxes here.
Yeah. So think of it like your environmental shield, not just for the sun, but for dryness, wind, pollution, and screen exposure as well, which we're all the time on the screens. But I feel like in the winter, again, everybody becomes a homebody. They're just watching Netflix nonstop. So probably getting a little bit more blue light exposure than in the summer. Hopefully people are more outside in the summer.
So to recap, the winter ingredient toolbox are barrier lipids, ceramides, cholesterol, biomimetic lipids, hydration, hyaluronic acid, beta-glucan, panthenol, ingredients like that, longevity actives, NAD precursors, peptides, spermidine, exosomes, and protection, zinc oxide, DNA repair enzymes, which we didn't really get into, but it's another thing. You can find it in our ladder serum, and antioxidants like lipochromin 6 that we find in our sunblock, or one of my favorites, which is ergothioneine, which is in our youth line of products.
Yeah. And it really isn't about using 10 different serums, which we don't even make at the Goose. So we're not trying to promote that. It's about just stacking smart. So smart biohacking stacks, layering the right ingredients in the right order with a winter-specific mindset.
Yeah, and pairing it with seasonal habits that support your skin from the inside out, which is exactly what we've covered, and then went back to cover ingredients. But now let's walk through winter protocols. We can talk about skin age, we can talk about climate, we can talk about level of barrier fragility. But we want you to know exactly what you should be doing.
Okay, let's build your winter routine.
All right.
Okay, so whether you're in your 30s and starting to notice dryness and early lines, or you're in your 50s or 60s managing barrier fragility or deeper wrinkles, these protocols are built to meet your skin where it's at.
Yeah, what we're going to do is we'll also adjust based on your climate, whether you live in a dry, cold or humid cold environment.
Yeah. And by the way, aren't complicated routines. They're stackable and efficient. Once you find your version, it becomes effortless.
Yeah, and I want to say, maybe I shouldn't say it before we're talking about it, but we actually prepared it in a ebook form.
Oh, you think people are like, boom, post
That's
and
it.
like,
Well, I'm done.
yeah.
Give me the ebook. No, but so whatever we're going to talk about here, and I really recommend listening to it and understanding the why. You will be able to download an ebook. It's going to be in the show notes, and that you'll be able to follow your exact routine. You'll know by your listening to us right now what you should be looking for in the ebook routine, and you'll be able to follow there specifically.
Let's do it.
So let's start with what we call the tier 1 of your skin or biological skin age, which is late 20s to mid 30s.
This is where you're starting to notice seasonal dryness, maybe a few fine lines or dullness from sleep loss or stress. The goal here is to preserve the barrier and build foundational resilience without over-exfoliating.
So if you're in a dry, cold climate, indoor heating, very low humidity, here's your morning routine.
Okay, start with the adaptogenic cleanser, then press in Amplifying Essence to hydrate and prep. Optional, you can use blue peptide spray before the essence for energy boost.
Then you apply the Youth Reset Serum, just one or two pumps for the face and neck, followed by Youth Daily to moisturize and support NAD levels in the skin.
By the way, if you're curious, on our Instagram, I did record this routine. You have it in video. And the fun thing here is that actually all of these ingredients can be layered on top pretty fast. These are like they kind of cocktails so well together. You can be done in 1 minute. So you don't have to wait a minute in between each layer.
Okay, what's next?
So after the serums, before the Youth Daily Moisturizer, I recommend to apply the eye care because it has like smaller molecular weight and size. So you apply that around your eyes, and then you go with your Youth Daily Moisturizer everywhere. And you can even put it again over eyes if the eye care is not hydrating enough for you. For me, it is, but for Amitai, for example, it isn't. So it's like a very personal experience. And then last but not least, BioShield SPF 40 is the last step. Again, you're just it maybe sounds like quite a few steps, but you just breeze through them. And because of the ingredients that are in these products, they do stack so well together. It's just, it really
it's a 1 minute routine.
And it's all focused on those things we talked about: longevity, resilience, and hydration.
Yeah. Okay. So at night, cleanse again using the adaptogenic cleanser.
By the way, so sorry to interrupt, but in the morning, you don't really have to use adaptogenic cleanser. I think we mentioned it. I don't usually use cleanser in the morning. So, but it's optional. I know some people, they're like
I shave with it, so sometimes.
Yeah, there are like two camps. Some people can't skip a cleanser in the morning. It works well for them. But personally, I don't. And if you suffer with really dry skin, try skipping the cleanser.
Yeah.
In the morning, it might do the trick for you.
Yeah, but in the evening, do go for the cleanser. Then go with Vampire Exosomes, 2 or 3 nights per week for this specific tier 1, and Youth Reset used on the other nights of the week that you're not using Vampire Exosomes.
Yes, and then you can follow up again with a moisturizing step. It could be the eye care for the eyes. It could be either Care Moisturizer or Youth Daily Moisturizer. I kind of recommend Youth Daily if hydration is your main goal. And then also if your skin is really dry and really itchy, really distressed, you could also after Vampire, like on top of Vampire Exosomes, when it's absorbed, layer BioBarrier once or twice a week, especially on the areas where exceptionally dry, maybe like cheeks or nose, will really, really do the trick. And after Youth Daily Moisturizer, also try applying our hyperbaric mask and sleep with it. That's such a, it's been a cult product for our brand for a while. We're actually currently sold out of it, but I think by the
Travel
time
size exists.
I think we're also sold out of travel size.
Never mind about that.
By the time this podcast will air, I think we should have it back in stock, as we should get it by January, and we record in December 1st right now.
We've hired all of Santa's elves we can find for that.
Yeah, we're trying to restock you guys.
Side note, again, Nia Polish, okay, the enzymatic, physical, NAD boosting exfoliant should only be used once a week here, max, okay? Again, follow it up with the exosomes or biobarrier for recovery, and then continue your routine, moisturizer, etc.
Yes. Now, if you're in a humid climate, you can skip biobarrier in the morning, but just remember that it you can use it morning and night if your skin is dry, itchy, red, flaky.
If you're exposed to a lot of wind.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
You want to talk about evening flow?
Yeah, it's same evening flow, but scale back to hyperbaric mask once every week or two. And Nia Polish can be used twice a week if your skin is oilier.
I don't really recommend nail polish twice a week.
No, if your skin,
I mean, if your skin is oilier and kind of on the thicker side, again, like Amitai here is a guy with 25% more collagen than females have. He can use it twice a week. For all of the guys listening, it really helps to prevent like razor bumps as well, by the way. But I don't know. Me, somebody with very thin skin, once a week, sometimes even once in 2 weeks is my sweet spot. So just experiment and see what your skin is like.
Amen. Okay.
Tier 2. Yeah. Tier 2. Tier 2, biological skin age, late 30s to 50s. That's where kind of we see visible lines, some laxity, maybe hormonal shifts. The barrier is more compromised.
And what would be the focus?
So the focus now is repairing the lipid envelope, reducing inflammation, and supporting collagen and NAD+ economy.
Okay, so dry, cold climate routine starts with adaptogenic cleanser. And in some cases, we recommend cleansing just once a day, as Anastasia said, to avoid stripping the skin.
After cleansing, again, we recommend using blue peptide spray and then layer it with amplifying essence. I personally find it amazing. Some people might be good with just one or the other, either just the essence, which is more hydrating, or just the blue peptide spray, which is less hydrating but is more impactful when you're looking for the longevity ingredients and kind of like charging up your cellular energy. So just different targets. Yeah. And then you can go in with vampire exosomes daily if possible, or at least 3 to 4 times in the mornings. Just remember to apply them after blue peptide spray and the essence have absorbed.
Yeah. Next is Youth Reset, followed by Youth Daily. Eye care can go before and after. And you finish with BioShield, SPF 40.
Yeah. If you're going outside in wind or sub-zero temps, add a veil of our biobarrier over your cheeks, nose, and chin as a weather shield. It goes underneath the moisturizer and the sunscreen, but it's just like this. Remember, basically, you can think of biobarrier is like a lipid shield. So it really helps to mitigate distressing and compromising your skin barrier. Yeah. So in the areas where you normally experience compromised skin barrier, you can put it there.
Yeah, so evening flow starts with a gentle cleanse, the adaptogenic cleanser. Don't use hot water. If your skin is extremely dry, also wash the cleanser faster than if your skin is oily. If your skin is oilier, you can leave the cleanser longer. If the skin is extremely dry, wash it right away.
And on that note, with the temperature of the water, you should never wash your face with hot water. Like never, any season, any day, and any time. Lukewarm And sometimes you can also start incorporating cold rinses. That's really good for your skin, for toning it and kind of closing the pores.
So we used to recommend applying here ProCare, but truthfully, if you are using vampire exosomes and youth products, you are really going after senescent cells. Studies showed that the type of exosomes that we use, they're called platelet-derived exosome, lower senescence by 40%. It's, by the way, the study was done in the Mayo Clinic. Autophagy is very important for senescent removal. So youth daily, youth reset, all the youth products. So in general, you could use ProCare. It is probably like an overkill at that point, no pun intended.
Yeah. I think if you're listening to this episode and you're like, but I love my ProCare, and don't worry, you can still use it if you want to. But the good news is that you might be able to dial back on one of your serums. And if you already have the vampire exosomes and the youth reset, you don't need ProCare as well, which I know a lot of our listeners have all of the products. So just good news. If you have all of them, you can try using one less, and vampire exosomes should be able to cover the basis of ProCare for you.
Okay.
Should I talk about nail polish?
Yeah, talk about it. So youth reset, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, youth daily, everything. Yes, but talk about nail polish.
Yeah. So nail polish here should be used, every 7 days to 10 days, because we talked about this bracket of age.
Wait,
having dry
I
skin.
zoned out. Did we talk about hyperbaric mask?
I don't remember, but I think it's worth repeating that hyperbaric mask is definitely should be used at night for this bracket. And actually, you could even use it every night. You don't have to. But if your skin is experiencing a lot of dryness, a lot of laxity, try using it nightly. And then when you reach the result that you like, try using it like a few times a week for maintenance and see if you need to scale up or down.
Yeah, but it's a game changer.
Yes.
So what were you saying about nail polish?
That it should be used every 7 to 10 days, and always follow with recovery products.
Yeah.
So remember, nail polish is actually our dual function exfoliator. It exfoliates enzymatically, and it has physical tiny particles of coconut shells that actually it is very scrubby. So you. Now that you've removed all the dead cells, make sure that you follow with hydrating, calming products such as BioBarrier, such as hyperbaric masks, such as Youth Daily. All of them work.
Correct. In humid cold climates, the structure stays the same, but with less occlusion. So,
yes. So in that case, hyperbaric mask is 1 to 2 nights a week. BioBarrier only where needed, like dry zones or flaky areas on your face.
Okay, now let's talk about tier 3. So this is basically biological skin age of 60 plus.
This is where skin has more pronounced dryness, thinning, and slower recovery. So the barrier is fragile, and we often see sensitivity or eczema tendencies, lots of rosacea.
Yeah, the mission here is to maximize barrier integrity, fuel recovery, and build a strong foundation for mitochondrial and collagen for function.
Yeah. So morning, just wash your face with the lukewarm or cold water. Skip the cleanser if you can, because your skin is very dry. It's better not to use cleansers. And then follow. I would really suggest for this bracket to definitely try Amplifying Essence. It's, like you like to say, game changer. So it's the hydration game changer. It really moves the needle there.
Correct. You could add blue peptide spray before that, but Amplifying Essence would be the one kind of prep step product I would emphasize here. Then vampire exosomes, then youth reset.
Yes. Then eye care for the eyes, and Youth Daily For the face, consider use neck and chest for your neck and décolleté. And then,
By the way, if people are really, 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 really dry, really dry, it's a secret. I tell them to use the youth forming neck and chest on the face.
I know you do. Yes. And yes, we didn't tell you.
No.
But also
This is off-label use of youth forming neck and chest.
Yes, but don't do it with the body cream. The body cream is only for the body.
Don't do that.
Then don't think that you can take it one step
No.
further. Yeah, for me personally, if I was to put neck and chest cream on my face, I would have been so shiny, like you could cook an egg on my skin because it's too oily
And
to
apparently
have
very
it for
warm because you can cook an egg. Anyway, let's not forget BioBarrier. It could be another serum you can use, after vampire exosomes and before your moisturizer, especially again over cheeks, temples, mouth area, again anywhere that you need extra protection. And of course, let's not forget BioShield SPF 40.
Yes, yes. Now, guys, for any of you like driving right now, obviously you can take notes, and I hope it's not too repetitive, but it's worth repeating. Whenever you arrive to where your destination is, you can go to the show notes and you can download the PDF. So then you can print it and follow along. But the evening routine is pretty similar actually to the morning routine. So very similar ingredients in products. Additionally, definitely use the adaptogenic cleanser in the evening, especially if you wear makeup, sunscreen. It really helps. One of the big takeaways for me from your episode with Neri DeJoy, the celebrity facialist, she was saying that a lot of people these days don't spend enough time cleaning their face. And when that debris accumulates, that can be very irritating to your skin. So she spent a lot of time talking about that you need to spend time cleaning your face, and that really stayed with me. So yes, definitely use the adaptogenic cleanser in the evening to start your routine, and then layer hydration if you can. Blue peptide spray first, then amplifying essence, then your serum of choice. Could be vampire exosomes, could be your reset, could be bioretinol, your treatment serum of choice. Then follow with the moisturizer, such as Youth Daily, and then occlusive, such as hyperbaric mask. I think that's the stack for 60 plus.
I love it. Okay, and nail polish again should only be used once every 2 weeks, and only if the barrier is stable. Okay.
Yeah. I think like honorable mention to firming neck and chest, morning and night.
Shout out to firming neck and chest.
Yes. We live in Florida, and I'm like religious with my firming neck and chest because I am somebody who's experiencing a lot of tech neck. And I do see the difference when I'm consistent. And I'm also, whenever I'm applying neck and chest, I think it's also natural to spend a little bit more time kind of like as you apply properly to like do a little bit of a massage and lymphatic drainage. So that also really helps. So anyway, firming neck and chest, morning and night if you can. And then especially in the winter, firming body cream. You'll see like if you have a little bit of dryness or crepiness, really helps. I actually recently glanced at our reviews of the body cream, and I was like really moved. People were saying really, really great things. So yeah, I'm very happy about it.
Is it like the podcast where people leave a lot of reviews about the products? Maybe in the body review, they left a lot of reviews about the podcast? No? And that joke did not land? Never mind.
Sorry.
We're going to continue. If you're in a humid winter environment, reduce biobarrier to the driest zones. If you are using it, just bear that in mind. Use hyperbaric mask, maybe less if need be. Maybe 2 to 3 times a week. But again, you could definitely use it every day. The structure is basically the same. It's just lighter on the layers. And one last thing. No matter what tier you're in, body, neck, and hands need support.
Yes. So that's why we mentioned the neck and chest and the body cream products. By the way, I also always move my skincare routine to my hands. So hands also show your age quite fast. And so it's pretty impressive how younger looking hands can, make you look younger. And you don't need to do full routine. You don't have to put like 1,000 serums on it. But even just using your moisturizer, could be the body cream moisturizer if you don't have it. Could be even use daily moisturizer. Just put the leftovers on your hands. And I always put sunscreen on my hands. I really recommend. And it's never too late to start this routine, because even if you already have some pigmentation on your hands, actually, first of all, you can work on it. We recorded a pigmentation podcast in the past, so you can go back to see what you can do to alleviate pigmentation, but then protect from not getting more sunspots on your wrists.
Okay, let's wrap.
Hands.
That was good. You guys got protocols. You can download them. Let's wrap with a practical takeaway and answer maybe a question or two that we've gotten about how to personalize your winter routine before. So this is kind of plucked.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you have these questions handy?
Yeah. So let's bring this all together, maybe with a few takeaways that we can use right now. Okay. So number one, winter skincare skin doesn't need more products. It needs smarter products or smarter layering.
Yeah.
Focusing on ingredients, again, for barrier support, fuel cell function, and help your skin heal better, not just look better.
And number two, your habits matter just as much as your skincare. So we talked about humidity, sleep, movement, and diet. All of it affects how your skin functions in winter. So support your skin from both the inside and the outside.
Especially that people, again, are engaging in more procedures during the winter. So all of those things are so important, because what happens is people are sure that because they're exposed to less UV, that's the time to do procedures, but they're not supporting the other areas, the increased inflammation, reduced hydration, barrier function, all of those things, and UV, by the way, that actually go against that rejuvenating treatment that you did. Again, don't skip your SPF, right? So, I mean, you talk a lot about UVA.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. So SPF, non-negotiable. Okay, let's get into some questions. This one is from Kara Biohacks, and she's asking, is it okay to use red light therapy in winter if my skin feels extra dry? I don't want to overdo it and make things worse. Actually, I'm so happy we got this question, because I forgot. I wanted to include red light therapy as one of the habits that we recommend. So, yeah.
Maybe I designed it like that it will remind us, which I didn't. I'm just trying to get some points. Well, it is a great question.
Yeah.
The short answer is yes. Red light, or RLT, red light therapy, photobiomodulation, or whatever you want to call that, is actually perfect in the winter, because you want to prep your skin beforehand and hydrate afterwards.
Yes. So if you are doing red light therapy in the evening, make sure that you do a proper cleanse. So using adaptogenic cleanser, you cleanse your face. And then the stock that I recommend would be blue peptide spray. Methylene blue works so well with red light therapy. Just really helps to improve mitochondrial function, which red light therapy is all centered around. And then we have ladder serum. So on top of blue peptide spray, you layer ladder serum. And there we have photosomes, the enzymes that literally are getting activated by the red light and go in and repair like UV damage accumulated. Maybe this is a good time to mention Nick's results.
Nick, the problem is that we don't know how to pronounce the last name.
Okay, well...
Engerer.
Yeah. Yeah, so
Nick Enger,
see, he had a 6 weeks experiment,
8 weeks.
8 weeks
Yeah.
experiment, where he did a VISIA scan before introducing
Maybe we
regular.
should explain what the VISIA scan is.
So a VISIA scan, for those of you that don't know, it's a machine that using imaging to take a deep look inside your skin, and it can assess your hydration. It can assess depth of wrinkles. It can assess many things, but one of the, I think, most valuable things that it does, it shows you pigmentation deep inside your skin. So, for example, me right now, I actually don't see any pigmentation on my skin, but if I do a VISIA scan, I can actually see that there is some deep inside. Thankfully, still in the green there. But anyway, it's not about me, sorry. The point is that you're able to assess things with this technology. So when we're talking about pigmentation, and this is actually why I mentioned my case. So sometimes you might be like, I don't need protocols to improve pigmentation. I don't have any because you don't see any right now. With Nick, it's similarly, he's actually has beautiful skin. So his skin looks really, really great. He's really into skin health. He's a biohacker. He's like on the mission to live healthy a long time and optimize everything. So his skin looks great. But then when you do the VISIA scan, it shows you the percent of your photo damage, of the pigmentation, sunspots, age spots, etc. So within this 8 weeks period with the regular use of ladder and red light therapy, by 8th week, he got 20% reduction in pigmentation.
Yeah.
It's wild.
There's no other product that can do anything close, including prescription, just for you guys to know. So
yeah, definitely the red light therapy is a great modality. But I think the original question was asking about dryness. Do you want to speak to that? Red light therapy for dryness?
Well, so you do the ladder, and after that you need to seal it in with, again, biobarrier, youth daily. That is if you want that level of occlusion. If you're feeling really fragile, you can add vampire exosomes as the first product after you use red light therapy. That's not only for extra recovery. We're going to do a extremely deep dive, a very nerdy series about red light therapy.
Which I wanted to do today, but I wanted this episode for you guys. So if you like this episode, the winter skin protocols, I am the one you need to thank, because if not, we would have today started the series about red light therapy, which you will anyway get soon. But
believe me.
I hope this is helpful. I hope this is helpful, guys.
But what I'm saying is that we're going to cover how there is a very special relationship between red light therapy and exosomes. Spoiler alert.
That's it. They don't have to watch the series.
Yeah, the series done. Okay.
So actually, I'm going to link in the show notes also a video of me prepping my skin before the red light therapy and doing the after, so you guys can see the products in action. But yes, the reason that after the red light therapy, we want to use daily, we want to use, if it's in the morning, BioShield, if it's in the evening, hyperbaric mask, is that you're stacking your light therapy with ingredients to tell your skin we're in repair mode now. And that's how you get maximum benefit with like no irritation. Yeah.
Well, I think that's it for today. If you've been following along and need help building your exact routine, of course, we have our quiz online. You could reach out to service@younggoose.com to get a very personal touch and design for your routine, or check out our winter protocol library or ebook we've built and is in the show notes.
Yes. And if this episode helped you, leave us a review on Apple Podcasts. Every week, we pick one to read and we send that person a free product.
Yes. And if we've read your review, just email us at service@younggoose.com or DM us on Instagram, and we'll send you your free product right away.
Yes. And that's it. That's it for this episode. Remember, winter is when most people's skin ages faster.
Remember, winter is coming.
Winter is coming. Winter is the most. Is when people's skin ages the most. Sorry, I can't speak anymore. But it's also when you can make the most visible gains.
We should do like an AI image of Jon Snow saying winter is coming and holds a Young Goose product.
Yes. Chelsea, did you hear that? I hope you
Chelsea,
heard that.
hint, hint. Okay, guys, keep your barrier strong, your NAD levels high, your routine consistent, and as always, thank you for biohacking your beauty with us.
We'll see you next time. Bye.